And welcome to a slightly different piece here at Total Toy Recon. I've done some opinion pieces lately, and I just kind of me talking it out and looking for your feedback, obviously, as to why some of these toy companies do what they do. And the one thing that I have to say about Hasbro is that as much as I've interviewed the different people in charge, I've introduced people at Lucasfilm, they're part of their toy divisions. So I've been in this a long time, which even to this day sounds weird to me that I've been in this a long time. And as long as I've been in the toy world and understood, like, there are characters that will not get made because they don't want to pay the actors likeness fees, or they don't know who those actors are anymore. It has long since gone into oblivion, or that there's no profit in making one of those figures. What they have to do, the molds and everything, doesn't make any sense. And that kind of gets us to this point today, to a carbonized Scout Trooper or Biker Scout, depending on what you want to say. I've never understood the desire for a carbonized figure. I've seen some that look really cool, but I kind of want all of my figures to exist in the world in which they all look the same. So would I animated Clone Wars Trooper with a non-animated, like, movie Clone Trooper? No, I wouldn't put those two together. They would clearly stand out. Just like if you had, a Bo-Katan and a Mandalorian, that, you wouldn't have this Mandalorian in a photo setup, or have a toy setup, or just my son would play with this and not care. But for me, these are two different styles of figures, two different representations of the characters. I just don't think they gel. I collect a lot of the retro figures, but only figures that never existed or are more modern characters that exist in this format. So this kind of stands out to me, that, this guy and this guy, this is to remain in the box. This is to stay the way it is, be carbonized. It's almost like, why are there even joints? Where this guy is for posing, for fighting, for being a toy, have on your desk, and, to kind of take away your sorrows from work. Where this guy feels like he's carbonized. Han Solo and Carbonite did not do much. That action figure, I have the Empire Strikes Back one. It does not do anything. It's carbonized. It's a statue figure. So I thought, hey, I'm going to buy one, open it up, touch it, feel it, take a look at it outside of the box. I think the box looks great. That's really cool, but this guy looks like he was too close to where they were spray painting, swoop bikes. So it feels kind of weird. Now, did I drop $25 on one of these figures? No. I went to Just Between Friends, which is like a consignment sale, believe it or not, for kids' clothes mostly. But I was there and they had toys, and I was like, oh my God, they had toys. And if you look at my Instagram, I have tons and tons and tons of pictures for some of these crazy toys. They had like 4 or 5 of these bad boys just sitting there. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to talk this out. I'm going to discuss this, why. And believe it or not, he was $6.50. So $6.50 for a Black Series figure. I thought, yep, let's do it. I like Biker Scouts anyway. This is actually one from the Mandalorian, so he'd be a little bit more beat up, though I always thought Biker Scouts were beat up to begin with. So let's get him out of the box and let's see what's up. So he must have come from some sort of slash sale, or they markered these up so we wouldn't scan some other barcode at the thing. The sticker was pretty heavy duty, which I thought was weird considering mostly everything else. And by the way, I did get a Return of the Jedi hardcover picture book, original, there at the sale for $3. I thought that was kind of funny. So I got a bunch of stuff there I thought it was just fun. And I got some movies. I mean, people don't buy hard media anymore, so it's kind of weird to actually see movies. I've got a brand new Star Trek Next Generation Blu-ray set of films. So, you know, nice. I like this, the yellow behind it. I guess that's for the Mandalorian color scheme, but also going to be nice to actually get rid of some of these boxes for a change. So, no new toy smell. That's kind of depressing. Kind of expect them to have a new toy smell. The tiniest gun in the world. It really, really is. It's always the gun you're afraid you're going to lose. Okay. And then taped in there, because it has to be, is the tiniest little gun in the world. I mean, it's literally like the noisy cricket of Star Wars guns. It's so small, it's ridiculous. And I know it's all to fit inside this tiny little holster, but oh my God. I mean, even when you play Battlefronts, you got at least a rifle out of it. So, do an instant pose here. I mean, clearly he belongs on a bike. Boots are great. I always feel like sometimes the poses are just too crazy, or there's too many points of articulation. Now, I think with a biker scout, he should have multiple points of articulation because he's going to have to sit on a bike. And they've done so many. Well, actually, no. Focus. He stands pretty good. I'll give him that. So, kind of give you some color scheme difference. Here's a First Order Trooper. So color scheme, we can see this, but what's amazing to me is that because this is from the Mandalorian, they made him look more worn. So besides the armor having a slight tint of carbon, the black here is very silver. So that's really a standout. And you can see the difference between, I mean, and this guy is almost like a featured character on my YouTube channel now because he always seems to pop up. But look at the huge difference here in the colors. You can really see the difference here. Crazy, 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 crazy. So, like, I kind of get, like, the appeal and the look, but I would never take this out of the box. I would never have this interact with any other figure that I have if I was somebody like Skeleton Astronaut, who takes a lot of pictures with his stuff. I mean, I don't even think he does carbonized photos. It just seems weird to me. You know, got great points of articulation. And to kind of give you like a, I don't know, kind of give you a contrast, like here's a Black Series 375 Biker Scout. I mean, it looks great. It's still worn in places. It has that weird color to it. That's kind of nice. And then here's an original Kenner Jobby. I mean, it took me 2 seconds to find that bad boy. And always one of my favorite figures. I think there was such a connection for some reason to the Biker Scout figure more than anything. And I don't know what it was about this particular Stormtrooper that I felt like this is the one I have to have. Like, the Snowtrooper was great. I have my own Snowtrooper story, which I won't go into. But I thought Snowtrooper was really cool. But when the Biker Scout came out, it was such a contrast to the camouflage and that the Rebels had, that it was like, no, I'm right here. Like, and I'm not afraid that you can, I'm not afraid you can see me. It was such a defiance. And we've done, you know, they've done camoed versions of this for the Clone Troopers and stuff. I have a couple of those guys. But something about the Biker Scout was just always really, really cool to me. That bike was cool, the way they fought the Ewoks. This guy is not going to stand no matter what I do because of the curved surface of my my light box here. So I'm just going to let him, there he goes. So that's kind of why I was glad I saw one of these and I did pick them up. I just thought the conversation was worth having. I would love to have your feedback so we could talk about him. I'm also afraid that this would fall out. But again, it's like, yeah, I'm wearing silver space pants here under my biker outfit. You know, it's like the Ziggy Stardust of Biker Scouts are like, you know, hey, I'm the spaceman. It's just not for me. I like him. He's cool. I'll probably take him to work and put him on my desk and start a conversation up with people. But I think if a regular normie picked him up, I think they'd be like, oh, he's got cool colors. He almost looks brown under this light. So that's just my thoughts. This is my first ever carbonized figure. And, you know, it just kind of reaffirmed that it's not really for me. I would like to have the Biker Scout as it is. You know, if I could, I'd take them apart, paint them all black, and get one of those Night Troopers. Probably be a little bit more fun for me. But he's cool. I love him. Love the helmet coming out that we can actually get for the Black Series line. But as carbonized go, yeah, I get it, Hasbro, why you're doing it. If you're mandated to do it, I get it. I know they sell. I get that too. Just as a collector, and Star Wars has been with me only 2 years of my life. I did not have Star Wars. This just isn't for me. So, thank you. Let me know your thoughts. This is Bob from Total Toy Recon. Have a good night.